Hello everyone. So I want to share some thoughts on this Pisces new moon. It's a Pisces new moon with Neptune and Venus joining Neptune from 20 to 23 degrees Pisces. The last few days I feel have been a very emotional and just deep build up towards this new moon. And this Pisces new moon squares the node, it's opposite Vesta, so there's a lot of potency and a lot of healing potential. So I'll just share what is coming through here, what I'm feeling in this. I heard a story today, I saw it on Facebook, about this monk that went out to the sea on a little canoe just to find a place that's totally quiet, can be alone from everyone, so he can meditate. He closes his eyes to meditate and he hears a bump and feels a bump. He opens his eyes and there's a boat that bumped right into his canoe. And immediately he was angry. Who could be so careless? I'm just trying to find some peace. I can't get peace, frustration. But he notices no one's on that boat. It was an empty boat. And he had an immediate insight that every time he feels anger, every time he feels reaction to an event, to an experience, that he's reacting to an empty boat. That the empty boat's function was just to shake him, to bring up the anger that was inside that has not yet been felt, that had not yet been experienced and processed. That every person, every experience is just an empty boat, playing this role to reveal what is inside. And this is one of the things that we can really learn from Venus in Pisces. We can project a reality of the world happening outside of ourselves and realize this is actually all happening within. The people that make us feel good, the people that don't make us feel good. The things we love, the things we hate. We actually can't try hard enough to contort our life so that we only have good experiences. So that we are only around people that make us feel good, so that we only have encounters that are that feel pleasant. We actually are to learn on this journey that there's a more foundational possibility of healing and learning. That everything on the outside is reflecting what is on the inside. And to actually put that into practice is to find a deep sense of permission and compassion and allowance for all of it. All that arises. The moment we become object focused, we actually remove ourselves from what's inside. And we look towards the outer world to shape the outer world, to shape other people, to shape experiences and events so that we can feel peace. One thing that I'm learning and that I feel is deeply reflected in these planetary movements is the wisdom of there being space for all. Is the wisdom, the compassion of holding as a bottom line the devotion, the knowing of unity, of peace, of safety, of togetherness, so that we don't get so invested in looking at the outer world and thinking that it's either there or not there because of circumstance. To disagree with someone, but to stay in love. To share something that is hard, that is painful, that maybe you don't want to feel, or maybe someone else doesn't want to feel. To listen to what is uncomfortable to hear, but to choose to stay in love because what's arising in the inside is really arising for us to say yes to, for us to allow. And that's what love is. Love isn't a fluffy thing. It's saying yes. It's saying you're allowed. You have permission. There's space for you here. There's space for you. And that's what allows us to give space to everything to be as it is. It's really what allows us to give the space to other people to be what they are, and to unconditionally love others is to really unconditionally love all that arises within. That's the path. Anything else is maybe being kind, being nice, being pleasant, being agreeable, right? But to really find out what unconditional love is, to really awaken to that and the truth of it, the breadth of it, is to not be divided within our own self. And so oftentimes, and I feel this is a strong Pisces dynamic, and I feel this is what's been in the field, strong Pisces configurations, such as this one, Neptune's involved, so it's potent, can often just point to times where we feel a sense of meaningless or hopelessness or a loss of faith, loss of trust. And the greater potential of these experiences is an ultimate possibility to redirect towards the source of all meaning, what is essentially and eternally true, and to give our attention to fundamentally that, to give our attention to that as our foundation, to give our attention to the truth of love, and to say, well, if that's true, if peace, if joy, if wholeness is the foundation, then I must not abandon that. I must stay with that. And so we make that our reference point for all things. And what happens is there can be a disillusionment, because all the other things that we want it to be, all the conditional forms and expressions and ways of being that create a sense of security, we realize, well, if I'm going to let everything be as it is, that means I might face where I don't want things to be as they are. And that will bring me directly to that opportunity to reorient towards unconditional love. And I woke up this morning with a Course in Miracles teaching running through my head, which is just the teaching on being miracle readiness. And miracle readiness comes when we orient our attention to love. Right? Miracles are a natural consequence of love. And miracles are a seeming break in the otherwise perceived order of natural time and events, things that we seem to depend upon or expect in time and space. And there's a sort of break in the regular scheduled program where truth, infinite reality, gets to lead the way, gets to arrange people, places, and circumstances for the greatest good. We are only available to that when we put love first. When we put the will of love, the greater intelligence that is oriented towards unification, and a greater healing that knows the truth of everyone and everything. So may this be a sweet little weekend for all of us, and to find ourselves growing in our spirituality, to find ourselves growing in our faith and our trust. Maybe I'll sing a little song. Here's an old little chant that came through some years ago. I am flowing. I am flowing. I am flowing in the river of love. I am flowing. I am flowing. I am flowing in the river of love. I am flowing. I am flowing. I am flowing in the river of love. I am flowing. I am flowing. Oh, I am flowing in the river of love.